What's up, everybody? I would love to tell you what episode number it is, but I have no idea because we do too damn many. Ooh, that's like a lucky number. It's like a bookend Kobe, right? We got a little Kobe in the beginning, Kobe at the end. That's nice. I like that number. 824 coming. Maybe we'll do like a little Kobe tribute episode, 824. I know he plays an important role in your life. But Luca Nation, it is a Thursday. We're having fun. I'm losing followers because of my takes, which is, it is what it is. Sometimes
what was your take?
So my take, and I was trying to find my Aaron Judge jersey to tell you what a scatterbrain I am. I have an Aaron Judge jersey that fits me, which is, that already is a great thing because most of my clothes don't fit because I'm fat. But I couldn't find it. I was going to wear it because I'm an Aaron Judge fan. I'm a Yankee fan. I hope the dude balls out. I hope he mashes. I hope he has 75 home runs. I hope he hits 3 home runs a game until the end of the season and hits 82 home runs and makes the record impossible for anyone to catch. I hope he wins a Triple Crown. I hope they sweep everyone and they win the World Series. That would be the greatest thing in the world for a Yankee fan. But there was an important thing I said a bunch of times there. I hope. So here was my take. If I give you one piece of hobby advice today, and anybody who knows me or listens to more than 3 episodes know how my advice goes, right? A little more risk averse, a little more take your profits. My hobby advice was sell your Judge cards and sell them today.
What if I don't want to sell them? I like Aaron Judge.
Then you don't have to. You can hang on to them, and maybe you're a collector and you're going to keep your Aaron Judge cards, and that's great. My take is because I think a lot of the success that he's going to have is already baked into the prices. The red ink that I complain about, someone from our audience messaged me that one just sold for $20,000. That was a card that was purchased in July for just over $4,000, right? So
that's a card that if I own 3 of those, though, I could sell one for $20K and
correct. But if you own 3, you're doing good, especially because I think there's only 12 PSA 10s like in the total.
Well, you don't want to own that card. You didn't know what the liquidity on it. It's very difficult
correct.
to price.
It's very difficult. And so we can use more liquid stuff, and this ultimately ended up with sort of like a back and forth and, like, hey, we'll prove it out with sports card nonsense. We'll get there. But that was my take, guys. And what's funny is people have unfollowed me, and, I got into it a little bit on the comments because I like to respond to the comments. And I like bringing up topics that people are, they take to heart. Right? It's because they're fans, or maybe because they own cards, or maybe because they think Aaron Judge is doing something that's historic. And, we've talked about how it is historic. I told you he's significantly more deserving of the MVP than Ohtani. It's not about that. What it's about is what potential upside is left in his cards. Now, could I be wrong? And maybe there's another day in a week or 2 that the cards are worth a little bit more? Sure. But there is a risk there. And I said, I hope he does this. I hope he hits 800 home runs. I hope he does. But if you take
you're not wrong. People just aren't ready for the truth.
Well,
they want to wait too long, and then they want to complain that their favorite influencer that led him that they're the sheep.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Look, my throat hurts. I got a little soup here. See the little soup I'm drinking today instead of soda?
Broth?
Yeah, a little soup, little
you
broth.
Know you're not. Kids, you're not wrong.
I could be
seen it time and time again.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to get out to the audience. But I could be wrong. But if I'm wrong, it's to a very small degree. It's because there's a couple of percent more to the upside. But as Card Ladder posted with Josh Cardboard Chronicles posted the Card Ladder data, and I reposted my story, he tagged me on it. Judge has run up his cards. His index is more than double in the year.
In 4 weeks.
Like, it's run like crazy, these cards, right? And some of his high-end stuff, have really run 4x, 5x, just insane things. I mean, even Slabstock posted some non-rookie, Bowman Atomic kind of auto that sold for $16,000. It doesn't even make any sense. I don't know whether these sales actually happen. I have no idea. But, the point, of course, is the biggest argument against that I got was at least hold it till he hits his 62nd. Why would you sell it now? He hasn't even done it yet. Okay. And that's a great one. It's great. Let's talk about that. Why do you have to squeeze every single penny out? Because what winds up happening if you do that, you think you're the only one who's sitting there saying, I'm going to sell when he hits 62nd? You think you're the only one sitting there saying, I'm going to sell in 2 weeks when he wins the Triple Crown? I'm going to sell when he goes to the playoffs? Everyone's saying that. I'm saying be out in front. Sell it now when people are still looking to buy, thinking that they can. If there are really people out there who think it's going to be worth more in a month, there are people who will buy your card now at very close to the peak. Why not do that instead of waiting for the month from now when you're competing with everyone to dump it on the open market, especially if a month from now, look, we want to talk about ifs. What if they lose? What if he has a little bit of a slump in the last 10 games and doesn't win the Triple Crown? By the way, he's only like 4 1,000ths of a point batting average ahead of Xander Bogaerts, who is a better pure hitter than him, right? There's no Triple Crown is not a guarantee. There's definitely potentially doesn't win it. Still going to hit whatever home runs. Maybe he doesn't hit 62. Very unlikely. He's probably going to do that. But that's already baked into the price. Like, you're not getting a bump in his price because of that. You're just waiting and looking to sell at the same time. And what's funny about it is the take and why I went and did this. It is polarizing. It is something that gets people going.
What's polarizing about it?
Because
the polarizing part is the values.
Correct. People want to stand their ground. People want to say Judge.
People want to argue in the hobby. 80-90% of the hobby wants to argue. They don't care that you've built up $1 million collection in 3 years, and they don't care how you do it and what's important. No, you're laughing. They want to sit and argue. They're bored. They have nothing to do. They want to argue and argue and argue instead of learn from people who genuinely want to help them. So let them do it.
But this is less about Judge, and you're right, Andrew. It's not about the Judge's stuff. This is way
F1. F1 is new. Come on, buy it. F1 is here. Hey guys, be careful. F1's gonna start printing more and more. These card prices, you'll start to see a lot more supply. No, F1 is here, guys. Tennis, guys. Tennis is over here. Tennis. Discover the price with me on tennis, guys. Be careful. Be careful. Soccer will be next, ladies and gentlemen.
It's very true.
Let's have some fun.
Well, I mean, listen, that's the story.
For the people who run the hobby to make money, you guys have to lose it. So who cares? It's a zero-sum game. You guys have to lose the money. Hold your Judge cards. Let the rich get richer, and they'll dump it on your head.
I mean, listen, people who are Judge collectors, I mean, I've got a lot of messages today from people saying, and there were a couple of them in the comments, that they learned their lesson on Judge the first time around. Now, could he have won the MVP already? Should he have won? Another conversation that Astro fans and Yankee fans will always be heated about. Altuve beat him out in the potential cheating year, and who knows if the Yankees cheated too. Judge had 50 whatever home runs that year and was second for the MVP. But after that happened, his cards went like crazy. That, by the way, that Heritage Red Ink sold for $12,500 at the time, right? And people were like, he's going to be great. He's the best. He's the next Yankee great. He just had a season like no one's ever had in their like rookie of the year. By the way, Ichiro was rookie of the year and MVP, but different kind of player, different kind of stuff. Everybody loves the home run. But people bought that for $12,500, and you know what happened? I sold the same card for under $4,000. It was under 4. It was 3. It was 4 in July. It was 12-5 the last time Judge was a can't-miss player with great prices.
Do you know how many career home runs Judge has?
Oh, if I had to guess,
200.
218.
So once,
and he's going to be 31.
Yeah, once this new cycle moves on to the next hot thing, like Ime Udoka with his affair, or Ben Simmons. Now apparently he's going to shoot threes because he should have dunked that shit, as he said. Probably cursed 50 times in a podcast that's listened by kids. Once they move on, or they realize Brett Favre stole $5 million from kids. Once they realize that, your Aaron Judge card that's $20,000 is going to be $8,000. And you're going to be like, man, why did I not sell it sooner? Stupid. These guys are now pumping and dumping something new.
And guys, I'm telling you this, not because I'm like, wow, I hate Aaron Judge, or because like I'm looking for you guys to lose money. I'm telling you this because, one, people see it, and two, I've lived it. Like, don't you think I would have loved to have gone back? I had this conversation with probably some of the same people in the same comments when I was considering selling my Michael Jordan rookie card. Does anybody? No, the PSA 10, the 86 Fleer PSA 10 Jordan rookie card. When there were a couple of them selling for 5, 6, when one person sold for 7.
Shit.
Yeah,
so I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but it's literally a sun shower.
Yeah, Florida. That's what you get. But anyway, listen, the point on it, of course, is, everyone's like, oh, why the hell would you ever sell that card? That's going to be $1 million card. Look, it went up, and it's Jordan, and you can't You can't sell that card. It's great. And only a couple people told me, don't get emotionally attached. Look at the run it's had. All the supply is going to come out. When prices go up the way that this one just did, all of a sudden people will start and the price will come down. And I didn't listen. And I can admit that. And the reason why I go when I make a video like that is because history is not repeating itself. As Andrew likes to say, it is rhyming. And it will rhyme over and over and over again, right? It's not.
So it's not Judge, Jeffrey, Jordan. Yeah, I see it. AB.
No, I mean, you understand what I'm saying, right? There's somebody, somebody new all the time, right? And this is part of the hobby journey, right? You have to know when to get in and when to get out, and know who you are, right? I mean, I guess if you're somebody who wants to be able to say, I time the bottom and time the top, don't sell today. I'm not that person. If I was in any of these Judge cards now and I'm double my money, I'm taking my money out. I mean, any stock portfolio manager would tell you that. Anybody would do it. You have to manage your risks. And to me, this is the point in time right now where is there upside? Sure. Potential. But the amount is significantly less than the potential downside on his cards. That's just me.
Probstein auctions off thousands of cards a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday he did a video. He did a lot of videos, by the way. I like what he's doing with his content. It's like 3 or 4 posts a day. Whoever's his content team, hats off to you guys. He's auctioning off a Game Worn jersey. Why does he not hold it till 73? Why does the guy that knows how these markets work, because he literally sees what the prices close out every single day, why is he selling now, not when he breaks the record? So, I mean, you could pay attention to what people who, right? There's a difference between people who talk like they've done it and the people who've actually successfully done it, right? I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, and done it sometimes means have not capitalized. Done it sometimes means misses on opportunities. Sometimes lived through this and made the wrong call and are here to tell you about all of the times that has happened, right? Just look at the data.
What I disagree. Well, I agree, but what about all the times where you've sold at the right time, used that income to deploy it against something else, and now you take what was your portfolio worth when we met?
$78,000.
What's it at now, conservatively? PWCC loan value.
Significantly more.
Yeah, pussy. Say the number. What the F? They already know you. It's 800 episodes in. This isn't like, we're just getting to know each other. We've basically slept together a lot. Tony Harley has slept in your room. DPZ was serenading you with a guitar.
I would let them
tell they know your bank account numbers, significantly more. He's at 105,000.
When my bank account got hacked this year, it was Tony, huh? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Tony Harley hacked my accounts? That would make sense.
Maybe to deposit more money in. He's too nice to take.
He's the best. Yeah, man. I mean, anyway, so that was my fun for today. I wanted to put that out there. And, look, I actually had tickets to tonight's game, and I'm not going. But what's fun is I'm rooting for the guy. It's less about Aaron Judge and more about this is the hobby. You know what I mean? This is if you're in it, you have to realize that there's always going to be different interests at play. And for the last bunch of years, right? Not 6 months anymore, not 18 months anymore. There are a lot of people who are buying cards with the purpose of reselling them shortly thereafter when they've run up. Trey Lance is an example of how you can really get burnt doing that. Aaron Judge is a win for those people. And we were on here beginning of the season telling people to buy Judge because he's out there playing for his money and his cards are too cheap. So, guys, you're listening to someone say sell Judge who was here saying buy Judge this year. But
MLB season preview, you guys could go just search that in YouTube.
By the way,
a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. Please subscribe.
Yes. Otherwise, people hate us. If we don't have enough subscribers and we rant and rave for 22 minutes, we're almost there. We're at 14 minutes. Then,
I have no worth.
People want to, they're mad at us for doing that. Anyway,
I started with 70,000. Now my worth is like 10.
10. That's what happens.
Significantly less.
No, but guys, listen. The truth of the matter is, I mean, if you're holding Judge right now, what's funny is it sounds like you are smart, right? Oh, I'm holding Judge. Come on, what could be better than holding Judge? This is a blue chip. If I had $1 for every time somebody told me, oh, hold the blue chips, and I wanted to lose the money, it'd be great. Holding Judge right now is actually risky. Because what are you holding it for?
what I took away from yesterday's episode is that people in today's day and age, they're tell me what you're going to tell me. So we're going to keep our episodes shorter than 22 minutes. I have one topic, and it's mine. So you can go on mute.
Cool.
You know, when we had the Iron Sheik on, it was an episode where I was listening to him and I kind of understood what he was talking about, but mostly I did not understand. But as the week progressed, it slowly sunk in. What did he mean by creative pricing, right? So I have this anecdote. Like, you guys remember back in college, used goods, been around the block, right? That's what today's cards are. That's what the inventory today that we're seeing. It's used goods. So we've already known the prices. We've already seen price discovery and it's expired. And we know that this card that's selling right now that we've seen before is either going to sell for the exact same price or less because the market's worse. But what creative pricing is, Cage, is discovery. So I think where people are making money now is not by flipping or buying a card today and selling it tomorrow for more. It's introducing new inventory to the market and storytelling around that. So that could be a find. They discovered it, in someone's house. Like, oh my God, it's the 9.5 SGC mantle. It's discovered, first time hitting the market, like you said, right? It could be a bat you see at National that's never sold on public auction. You're like, I could storytell around this, right? It's provenance. It's new. It could set a new comp. The cards that we're seeing today, why we're a little frustrated with all the parallels and everything that's tops and SP, it's because what makes investors in this hobby tick is price discovery. And when price discovery is gone, when that bull run is done, we're never going to exceed that bull run because we already know that's the comp, that's the high mark, and we're in a worse economy. So the only way what I think Iron Sheik was talking about with creative pricing is the introduction of a new asset that you could storytell around and sell publicly. So that's my analysis. Feel free to comment, and we'll wrap it there.
It is the reason why a lot of hobby money went into Top Shot, and there was price discovery there. The reason why hobby money and other money went into NFTs, and it's the reason why after that people started talking about tickets, VHS, you name it, whatever it might be. Maybe next is Type 1 photos. I'll cross my fingers because I'm buying those. But yeah, I mean, that is, people want to be first, a new asset class. And if you're staying in the same asset class, you're 100% right. You get to be creative. Now, it doesn't need to be something new. The 9.5 SGC became new because it was graded at 9.5.
New could be a million things. New could be, hey, this athlete owned this card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that worth to the market, right?
Yeah, that happens. I mean, you buy a house that was owned by a celebrity, it adds a little bit of a, stamp to it.
Hey,
this is the Elvis house.
You guys mind posting about this and, maybe having me on the podcast talking about XYZ, and then you start to storytell. You do your media tour. You do your press tour. Hey, I got a new book out. You do a press tour around the asset. It's different. You're not going to do a press tour around a Luka-based prism. I mean, you would do a press tour about a Luka-based prism you're auctioning off that was owned by Luka's mom.
Yes, if there was some way of making sure that was differentiated.
But sometimes they do have that letter of provenance.
Yep, sometimes.
Companies used to send cards out to athletes to give out to fans.
Listen, I like this conversation, but, it doesn't really advance the ball on collectibles. And I think the most important thing you said was what the market does. Because 2 years ago,
no one's advancing the ball in collectibles right now. People, it's profit season. People are taking.
But when the market is good, data is not something people are afraid of. You don't have to be creative with the prices because instead of, when we have a data point, we know it's going to sell for that price or less. It was when we have a data point, it's going to sell for that price or more.
Just get the Trae Young silver to me faster. I need to ship it out and make my $1,000.
Yeah. Can you get it to me quick? Because by the time it's shipped to me, it's going to be worth $1,000 more than I just paid for you. I mean, that was an actual conversation. It's pretty crazy. But, I think what you're saying, if you peel it back a little bit, is actually important. How much of this is the overall macroeconomic picture? How much of it is, How much of it is that people don't have the same amount of money that they had, the lack of stimulus, the inflation, the fact that everything else costs more money, people don't have the disposable income, the fact that their mortgage rates are going up, and et cetera, et cetera.
I think so. I think it's macro, micro. So I think that's definitely a play, and I've talked about that. But I also think it's the people, the hobby, not the people, the businesses, the hobby leaders who have had success. There's people in their pocket where if you took a poll of our audience, 90% of them, I guarantee, have not made money in the last 9 months.
Okay. Probably.
The average community, the collector base, they have not made money. But there is a select few. Did you see the BGS 9.5 Burrow 1 that was just bought?
Mm-hmm.
Remember we had Grady, Jason from Heritage. What did he say about corners?
He can't be gem mint. It can't be a gem mint card if the corners are a 9.
But why do they give the corners a 9 and the rest 9.5? Because the rest 9.5s, it's easy. I mean, centering, surface. You can't see that from a photo. You can't. That card was an 8.5, maybe a 9 at best. You could tell the centering goes off. But it's easy. It's a mint gem. It gets that gold label. So while the rich get richer in this little period, this downturn, the collector base, I think they're struggling. I really do believe that. They're running from one influencer to another, to a third, to a fourth, to a fifth. To who could help me make money? I see everyone making money. I see everyone posting cool photos, but it's like, why not me? I'm doing the right shit. I'm following the right advice. Why not me? It's because you're always a step behind. And
right.
The people that genuinely want to help you, it's not as exciting. It's not as clickbait.
You unfollow me.
It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit as much. So it's like, nope, this does not feel good for me. Bye. Let me go listen to
anybody who listens to this. If I still have the same follower count, I'm at 2,998 now. It fell below 3,000 because of my judge take. So give me a follow. If you're 3,000, I'll shout you out. I want my 3,000 followers.
You have a number sickness.
I do.
You love data.
I love the numbers, man, because numbers are everything. They really
numbers
are.
Nothing.
The numbers are everything. They're everything. You can't know where something should be. You can't figure it out unless you look at the data, you look at the numbers, where it was. I mean, come on now. You can't just fly by the seat of your pants with all this stuff. It can't all just be gut. You have to look at numbers.
I don't think it's all fly by the seat of your pants, but I also don't think it's all numbers. How do you quantify that trust, for example? I would say our audience trusts us. They know that even despite our best interest, our best financial interest, we'll tell them the truth.
Yeah.
They trust us.
Yeah.
I don't see that in the numbers. I can't bring that to our partner and be like, I hear everything you're saying, but
yeah, they don't care. They just want more.
They really trust us. They really, really trust us. He's like, that trust doesn't pay the bills.
This has been an interesting week. How are you feeling today? We didn't really get to talk too much today. I had a lot of actual work going on today. I had a lot of work. I had a lot of job stuff going on today. How are you doing today? You feel beat up? You feel beat down by the hobby? You feel beat down by business? What do you feel? How you feel?
I do not feel beat down. I feel annoyed. Good. And when I get annoyed, I'd probably work harder. But no, I don't feel beat down at all. Dude, we have the voice. If at any moment I'm just like not having it, I'll come on here, I'll hit record, and I'll tell them all the truth.
Boom.
Yeah.
In other words, we're not telling you the truth right now. No.
For example, I DM'd or I texted Patrick Bet-David's right-hand man. And I said, you guys posted a photo of the wrong card that sold.
Right. Okay.
And he was like, what's the objective of your message and who is this? I said, I was in your office and we met and we've had PBD on the show. And by the way, you are buddy with Vegas Dave, who ripped people off for fucking thousands of bucks.
Oh.
But allegedly.
Vegas Cage? Allegedly.
No, Vegas Dave, who would send half of his email list one pick. The other
talking about when he did
his
his sports gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's done a million things. But PBD goes on and has this podcast about truth and Mar-a-Lago and Trump and politics. And we're here to tell the truth. I'm showing you the truth that the card you posted isn't the card that sold. It would have taken you a 2-minute Google search record sale price of Mantle. You would have seen it was in an SGC 9.5 holder.
What did they post?
PSA 10. It was a PSA 10. And his what's your objective? You preach that your entire show is truth. We're trying to find the truth. We don't like the censoring, so we just did an episode for 5 hours with Andrew Tate because, hey, they canceled him. We want you guys to hear the truth. But when you get texted the truth, you're like, hey, what's your objective here, buddy?
Andrew,
Hypocrites.
I need this guy's contact information
What's
because in one line, he has gotten to the crux of everything that I want to find out from you for 2.5 years. What is your objective, Andrew? What is your objective in the hobby?
What are you talking about? I want to make money and I want to help people.
Which one's more important?
Well, my actions speak to it. I have no money and I've helped a lot of people. What are you talking about? This is such a
So what's great is I do this with Andrew pretty often. Step 1 is help people. Step 3 is make money. We still haven't figured out what step 2 is. We're the underwear gnomes.
Well, there's going to be different ways to help people. So, like, when you see someone struggling on the side of the road, or you help them that way. Okay, but you can't do that here. When you see people struggling in the hobby, you could tell them what to do, but I don't have that experience. So all I could tell them is how I'm doing it now and giving them the feedback and saying, here's what I did. Hey, I tried to sell on Whatnot. It's not profitable, right? I'm not telling them to go sell on Whatnot, and I'm not telling them not to go sell on Whatnot. I said, hey, here's what I've tried for 8 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Here's been my experience. Maybe it could help you.
Yep.
People are starting podcasts around the hobby or doing content. And they called me like, hey, what do you think about this? Or how would you do this? And I said, here's what we did. In the beginning, we tried this and it didn't work. Focus on one thing. Get really good. Do it for a long enough period of time. So I just speak from experience.
I love that. Quick hobby news updates. And you can tell me if you want to comment on any of these things, if they're relevant at all. Rick Probstein offers $550,000 in money, bounties, whatever you want to call them.
Flow blockchain. Convertible to USD.
Judge home run ball. You can do the Flow blockchain too. Judge home run balls, the 61, 62, and whatever the last one is, whatever his final one is, whatever the American League record is. Ken Golden went on Twitter today, not to be matched, and said, that he will offer a $250,000 advance against what is sure to be a 7-figure sale on the ball if someone brings it to them. I think it's noteworthy to do this. And what's funny is some people, think,
how is that even legal?
So you go the way of like, why would we let Ken or Probstein put these bounties on there? How are they legal? I go the other way, and I wonder.
Probstein's legal. How can you guarantee a sale of?
No. He didn't guarantee. He offered an advance and said what it should be. He didn't guarantee what the price would be. He's basically giving like an estimate, like they do on every auction. I thank you for clarifying that. I don't want to make
$100 million.
So I actually think it's a good service, right? Because the person catching the ball, or they're going to get swarmed by Yankees, the personnel, and be like, okay, we're going to give you an autographed, Bucky Dent ball. And you can come to NYY Steak during the winter and have a free meal. Give us the ball. But if they know already from being on Twitter that this dude's offering $250,000 and this guy's offering a 6-figure bounty for any of these balls,
there's buyers.
You don't have to just take whatever the Yankees are offering you, and maybe the Yankees should come with something bigger. We talked about this already. So
protection.
So I like
Ken Golden is the condom for this guy.
I mean, Probstein, Ken Golden, they are offering protection, exactly. And don't forget the Kurtz card care guys. So,
always wrap it. Always have protection.
I mean,
it's the right way to go.
Listen, you lived in Mexico for a while, so you should have just wrapped your whole everything. You should just wrap yourself in bubble wrap the whole time.
They're traditional, actually. They believe in monogamy, so you're actually safer out there. These influencer thoughts, dude.
Not me.
No idea.
Fucking Montezuma.
You're married.
It's a problem for me out there. I can't drink the water. Shitting all over the place.
You don't need the water. That's not what you need to be drinking.
So, cerveza? What are you drinking? All right. Dos Equis. So
Little Wayne said it better than I ever could.
One piece of hobby news there. Another piece of hobby news looks like SGC Grading was part of a $1.5 million funding round for Card Shop Live. That's interesting, noteworthy. Investment in that. A grading company investing in a sales platform. Also interesting. Part of the consolidation in the hobby, I guess, that we've talked about a bunch of times. What else you got as far as hobby news? That's it. We're wrapping.
Subscribe, like,
comment,
Yeah.
share.
In addition
Peace,
to
Luca
following
Nation.
me to get me to 3,000, do us a favor. Andrew, the team, these guys work hard on the YouTube channel. But here's what I'm going to ask. One, subscribe. If you listen to us, give us a subscription. And if you're watching the channel and you have any feedback, please let us know. We love our audience. We love the feedback. Send us a message. Tell us what you'd like to see.
So thank you all for listening to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronzo My. I wanted to tell you about a new service that we have starting as of today, and I'm really, really excited to bring it to you guys. So as a part of our partnership with SGC, we got 50 free submissions every single month, and many of you have taken advantage of that. And it's amazing that we could have the opportunity to 650 episodes, 675 episodes in, to go ahead and give back to our community. As people were sending those cards in, they asked, can we send 5, 10, 20 more cards to you guys? We'll pay for it, but we wanted them graded with SGC. You guys know SGC is turning cards around in 13 to 14 business days, have incredible customer service, and their secondary market values are going up day after day after day. And that's exciting for the hobby and exciting for the grading landscape. So we didn't want to just rush into it. We wanted to do it right. And what we did was I relocated here to Boca Raton, Florida. I opened up a P.O. box maybe 5 minutes away from SGC, and I will be hand delivering and hand picking up the cards. So you don't have to worry about anyone else touching your cards. It will be me, and I will update you every step of the way. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to personally pick up the cards from a P.O. box, prep them, new card saver, new penny sleeve, and deliver them to SGC every single Tuesday. Why Tuesday? Well, it lets the stragglers over the weekend come back through on Monday and gives me a day to prep, and it basically gives SGC the entire week to work on grading those cards. Once your cards pop, only then at the end of the process will you be paying for the service. It's $25 per card, simple as that, and the turnaround times have never been faster. We're hearing right now 13, 14, less than 20 business days. So there it is. 9170 Glades Road, number 135 is the P.O. Box in Boca Raton, Florida, 33434. 9170 Glades Road, number 135, Boca Raton, Florida, 33434. Of course, you could shoot me an email or shoot me a text anytime, and I'm always available. Many of you already have my email. It's iamandrewgoldberg@gmail.com. or my cell phone number, 215-519-9154. Reach out with any questions. I could walk you through the process. I've hopped on the call with quite a few of you, and I'm happy to do that. Love you, Luca Nation.